Good afternoon, our dear viewers and listeners. Welcome to another episode full of learning and fun, only here at Salida Teleradio. I am your teacher host, Teacher Jermeline C. Covita from La Filipina National High School. We are in La Filipina National High School official Facebook page in simultaneous broadcast with our partner radio station 98.3 Gold FM. Kuya Wano? Today, we will learn together exciting topic in English grade 7. Are you ready? Let us now give the floor to Teacher CHRISTY DECREPITO, your teacher broadcaster this afternoon.
Thank you, Ma'am Jermeline. A pleasant day, viewers and listeners. Welcome to our episode this afternoon. Despite the pandemic, we are glad that we are still able to deliver our lesson through Salida Teleradio. Our topic this afternoon is from Quarter 2, Module 7, Transcoding from linear to nonlinear text and vice versa. Before we'll proceed to our proper discussion, let's have our objectives first. Number 1. Define linear and nonlinear texts. Number 2. Differentiate linear from nonlinear text. Number 3. Explain the illustration presented in nonlinear texts. Okay, this time we're going to play a game, Name It to Win It. And for the mechanics, number 1, we're going to name the pictures and the scrambled letters to form the correct answer. Number 2, to help you name the correct answer, I'll be giving you clues like definitions, and scrambled letters of the right answer. Number 3, you are given 10 seconds to give the correct answer, and when you hear the sound, that means time is up. You may write your answer in your notebook. Are you ready? Let's proceed to number 1. Scrambled letters. A or B, G, P, H, R, A. It uses to present numerical information. Your time starts now. And the correct answer is bar graph. Next picture. Scrambled letters. A, C, R, H, P, G, T, O, C. In this, symbols are used instead of bars. Each symbol or picture stands for a particular quantity. The correct answer is pictograph. Next slide. INLE PHGRA. A graph which uses lines to connect individual data points. Your time starts now. Time's up. The correct answer is line graph. Next, scrambled letters. EPIAGRHP. It usually gives information in percentage. The whole circle represents a total number of 100% of something, and each part represents a fraction or percentage of the whole. Time starts now. Time's up, and the correct answer is pie graph. Next, scrambled letters. TBALE. Timer starts now. And the correct answer is table. Alright, did you get a perfect score? Wow, congratulations! From the graphs or charts presented above, what do we call them? They are called textual aids. And then, what is this textual aids? Are you familiar with the term textual aids? Or other terms for textual aids, we have it is an educational instrument. Textual aids simplify comprehension of the text. They also use graphical outlines or images that give the general idea of the topic. This time, we're going to define linear and non-linear texts. Linear text refers to traditional text composed of sentences and paragraphs that needs to be read from beginning to the end to make sense. Examples: we have novels, poems, textbooks, and newspaper articles. And for non-linear text, this refers to text that does not need to be read from the beginning to the end. Examples: charts, graphs, and maps. Let us know the different types of non-linear text or representation. Okay, we have bar graph. What do you mean by bar graph? A bar chart or a bar graph is a chart or graph that presents categorical data with rectangular bars with heights or lengths proportional to the values that they represent. The bars can be plotted vertically or horizontally. Next, we have pictograph, also known as pictograph chart. It uses icons to give a more engaging overall view of small sets of discrete data. Okay, this picture is an example of a pictograph. Typically, the icon represents the data subject or category. For example, we have here data on students' health and the fruits they are eating. In this example, the icons are fruits since the category is fruit. So, this is how a pictograph is presented. Next, line graph. A line graph, also known as a line plot or line chart, is a graph which uses lines to connect individual data points that display quantitative values over a specified time interval. Next, we have pie graph. A pie chart or a pie graph is a circular statistical graphic which is divided into slices to illustrate numerical proportion. In a pie chart, the arc length of each slice is proportional to the quantity it represents. Example: how much water do we use? So, as you can see, there are slices to represent how much water do we use. And this example is a pie chart. Next, we have tables. Tables are visual representations. They are used to organize information to show patterns and relationships. To read a table, let's do the following. These are some steps to follow in order for us to read a table. Number 1, determine what table is about. Second, study the headings at the top of each row. Number 3, use the headings for the rows and columns to locate specific information. Okay, which is easier to read for you? I will show you a picture. Okay, we have an example of a linear text and non-linear texts. This text talks about types of open wounds. Okay, this time, let us test your understanding on how to transcode linear text to non-linear texts. Let us learn how to transcode linear to non-linear text, and then let's have the example. There was a survey responded by the parents regarding the blended learning. So the question was, will the blended learning prepare your child better, worse, or the same as traditional face interaction? Among the 100 parents who responded, 56 parents said it is better, 40 parents said it is the same, and 4 said it is worse. As you can see, the result using a pie graph or a pie chart, the green color or the better response got the biggest slice, which has a result of 56, while the red or the same response got the second or the bigger slice of the pie chart, which has a result of 40 responses. Lastly, the yellow part got the smallest slice of the pie. It had 4 responses only. So that is an example of a bar chart. This is transforming linear to non-linear texts. Okay, is it clear now? To check your understanding, let us have the assessment. We're going to transcode information from non-linear to linear representation. We have here 24 hours in the life of Rana. You may write your answer in your notebook. You are only given 10 seconds to give the correct answer. We have here in the first row, we have the activities of Rana, while in the other row is the hours spent by her. Let me read to you the table chart. 24 hours in the life of Rana. Sleeping, 8.5 hours. Prayer, 0.40 minutes. Taking meals, 1 hour and 20 minutes. Taking care of personal hygiene, 1 hour and 25 minutes. Doing household chores, 4 hours. Answering remaining questions from the module, we have 4.04 hours and 5 minutes. Watching movies and show series from Netflix, she had 4 hours and 60 minutes. In order to transcode non-linear to linear text, answer the following questions. Again, you are given 10 seconds to answer. Number 1. How did Rana spend the past 24 hours? Refer to the table to find out where she spent the most of her time. A. Taking meals. B. Prayer. C. Doing household chores. D. Sleeping. Your time starts now. the correct answer is letter D, sleeping. Next question. Rona spent more time in taking care of her personal hygiene than doing household chore. A, is it true? B, false. C, maybe. D, no answer. Time starts now. And the correct answer is letter B, false. Number 3. Which activity is second to the highest hour consumed in Rona's 24-hour schedule? Is it A, sleeping? B, watching movies and show series from Netflix? C, taking meals? D, answering remaining questions from the modules? Time starts now. And the correct answer is letter B, watching movies and show series from Netflix. For your assignment, answer the following questions and post them on social media. Number 1. How do you transcode information from linear to non-linear text? Number 2. Is transcoding important? Explain why. And that ends our session for today. Thank you, dear students. And I will leave you these thoughts to ponder from Loyal Jack Liman. It says, never stop learning, for when we stop learning, we stop growing. This has been your teacher broadcaster, Teacher Joy DECREPITO.
Thank you so much, Teacher Joy, for your discussion on transcoding information from linear to nonlinear texts and vice versa of Grade 7 English. I hope you all learned today. Again, this is your teacher host, Teacher Jermilyn, saying thank you and God bless.